Good day, folks, and welcome to another edition of Lumberjack Logic. I'm your host, Neil Johnson, and I'm so excited to be with you and share this great news with you. Actually, I've got good news and bad news, so we're going to get into both of them, both involving Letitia James, by the way. I just released another video about the FDNY fire commissioner. That was a good one. I mean, so lots going on out in New York. Things seem to be cooling down in Georgia, although Fani's still in hot water, but that case is dead. But I still want to see Fani go down in an epic way. Do me a quick favor, smash that like and chat in with where you are from. Let's see who's on this stream. Somebody from upstate New York on. Terry, good to see you on, where all the action is happening right now. So, and another thing, I got to mention my sponsor really quickly, and then I'll get right into these two big news stories. Where's my favorite Viking dude, Johnson? There he is. Thank you so much for that comment. By the way, I am the descendant of a Viking king, own an island off the coast of Norway. We've traced our ancestry back to then. Proud of my Scandinavian heritage, Norwegian and Swedish. But Midas Gold Group, MidasGoldGroup.com, or text Lumberjack to 232-425 to receive free silver with a qualifying order. You are dealing with veteran owners, not commissioned salespeople. I am a big believer in owning precious metals. You do what you want to do, but I try to add to it every month, whether it's a little or a little more or whatever. I just don't trust our fiat currency, folks. So again, you can call them at 480-360-3000. Texas in the house. All right, so let's get into it. I'm going to give you the bad news first. So this woman knows no bounds to the depth of her hatred for Donald Trump, to her lust for power. She's drunk with it. She is absolutely drunk with power. So listen to this. Out of Newsweek, a full list of Donald Trump's properties Letitia James is about to take. This is going to make you pissed off. But don't worry, because I'm going to come up with how she's getting sued on the backside, all right? So the good news is coming. New York Attorney General Letitia James could soon start seizing some of Donald Trump's properties if the former president cannot come up with a $464 million bond in his civil fraud case. By the way, I have to comment, all these liberals are running around, oh, he's a billionaire, and he can't even come up with $500 million. These people are dorks, okay? First off, you need to understand the positions of banks. They are not ones to take risks that, and with the way in which he is getting sued endlessly by these people, the banks are understandably nervous. So you've got that. Not all of his money is sitting around in cash, just like cash sitting around. Most of it's tied up in real estate because that's how he made his money. So he's not going to just have $464 million to turn over to Letitia James. Okay? Freaking liberals, man. I can't take them. Anyway, smash that like if you would and chat in with where you're from. Those of you who just joined the stream. On Monday, Trump's lawyers filed a document in court saying they are unable to secure the bond amount, which has increased from $454 million because of interest in the civil fraud case brought by James. That's right, because every day it's interest for Donald Trump. The amount of the judgment with interest exceeds $464 million, and very few bonding companies will consider a bond of anything approaching that magnitude, Trump's lawyer said. Despite scouring the market, we have been unsuccessful in our efforts to obtain a bond for the judgment amount for defendants for the simple reason that obtaining an appeal bond for $464 million is a practical impossibility under the circumstances presented. And those circumstances, again, people would be, look, it's $464 million, first off. It is a situation where he is being sued on every front by these witch hunts. And this is not a prosecution, it's a persecution. And if he had dropped out of running for the president, I want you to remember this. If he had not run for president of the United States of America for a second time, none of this would be happening to him. They are going after him to try to destroy him because he is their political opponent, and he is exposing them as never before. All right. Last month, Trump was ordered by Arthur Engoron to pay a fine in a judgment that said he inflated the value of his assets. Of course, he paid off all these things. I've explained this. I've done development. It's just so ridiculous. The former president has until March 25th to come up with the bond amount, or James could begin seizing some of his assets and properties. Newsweek reached out to Trump's spokesman via email for comment. Newsweek reviewed a document from the Attorney General's office that lists properties owned by Trump that had fraudulent and misleading values that could end up being seized. So here you go, people. Here's a list of the properties. They are literally talking about just seizing his properties. This is a freaking communist bunch of bullcrap, okay? Can you imagine being a businessman, having helped build the city that they're taxing, building the industry, the entire existence of that city, so they could continue taxing like nut jobs, okay? And then to have your property seized. So here they are. Here's the properties. Trump Park Avenue, New York, New York. Trump Tower, New York, New York. 40 Wall Street. Seven Springs in Westchester County, New York. Trump International Hotel and Tower, Las Vegas, Nevada. Mar-a-Lago, Palm Beach, Florida. Trump National Golf Club, Westchester, Briarcliff Manor, New York. Trump National Golf Club, Charlotte, North Carolina. Trump National Golf Club, New Jersey. Trump National Golf Club, Virginia. Trump National Golf Club, Hudson Valley, New York. Trump National Golf Club, Jupiter, Florida. Trump National Golf Club in Palos Verdes, California. Trump National Golf Club, Philadelphia, New Jersey. Trump National Golf Links, Scotland. That's right, going all the way to Scotland to seize his properties. Trump National Golf Links, Scotland. In his post on Truth Social, Trump criticized the judgment handed down by Engoron and said he may have to sell some of his properties to come up with the bound amount. And then he went on to say, Judge Engoron actually wants me to put up hundreds of millions of dollars for the right to appeal. Think about that, hundreds of millions of dollars for the right to appeal this ridiculous decision. In other words, he is trying to take my appellate rights away from me, Trump wrote. I would be forced to mortgage or sell great assets, perhaps at fire sale prices, and if and when I win the appeal, they would be gone. Does that make sense? Witch hunt, election interference, he says. So now for the good news. Okay, but I just had to get that out. This is literally, they're looking at doing this to Trump, okay? This is ridiculous. I saw somebody say Trump will not let this happen. No, because Trump is going to continue looking for things. But people, don't think that with what you've seen so far, with how twisted these people are, with how far they're willing to bend the law, that they would not go through with seizing his properties. I mean, let me ask this question in the chat, in fact, really quickly. Do you think that they would go through with seizing his properties? Yes or no? I mean, they raided Mar-a-Lago, went through Melania's underwear drawer. Do you think they wouldn't do this? I mean, really? I mean, I think people don't understand what's at stake here all the time. Okay, exactly. See, yes. Now, here's where it gets good. Embattled New York Attorney General Letitia James accused a bullying woman with trans sports stance in new federal lawsuit. So this is good on multiple fronts. She is getting sued, people. But it's also, this story is wild. It's over her trans sports stance. And this is a federal lawsuit. So after New York Attorney General Letitia James ordered Nassau County to cease and desist a new ban on biological males competing in female sports, local leaders responded with a federal lawsuit declaring the state's stance a form of bullying against women. People, this is in Nassau County. Do you understand that these are liberal counties? I don't think the left fully understands what the backlash is going to be from this and just how bad of a bloodbath 2024 is going to be for them. See, and you need to understand how Satan works. See, so first he attacks women. Then he attacks, let me just restate this. First, he attacks men and promotes feminism. Then he attacks women by the virtue of the feminism. And then he comes back and attacks women and men at their very core of their identity. That's what's going on here. In the latest in a saga pitting New York's Democratic leadership against a Republican-led county fed up with progressive mandates. Yes, it's a Republican-led county because the last, I think it was in 2022, when the vote in Nassau County flipped because it used to be a liberal district attorney or prosecuting attorney there. I did a story on this back then. Maybe somebody in New York can help me out with this. But Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman issued an executive order in February banning trans women and girls from competing in all-female sporting events at county-owned facilities, arguing that such competitions are unfair, unconstitutional, and physically dangerous. They are, people. When I was back in high school, I was playing volleyball at a Campus Life Youth for Christ event, okay? While playing this event, there was a gal, her name was Jenny, and I won't say her last name, but she was short. She was just, she wasn't as physically gifted as other kids. I mean, nice girl, she was, okay? And she was playing volleyball. And, it's bump, set, spike. And I'm tall. I'm 6'5", so it's not easy. It's not hard for me to spike the ball. So somebody literally just queued it up over the net. I went up and slammed that ball. It hit her right in the face, knocked her right out. And she had a bloody nose. I mean, I felt so bad. I just, That's the problem with even just co-ed sports, because I want to win, okay? I really backed off after that, okay? All right. James issued a cease and desist order against the county. So imagine the lunacy of this. They say, we don't want men competing with women in sports. And Letitia James issues a cease and desist order against the county. Then the New York Civil Liberties Union filed a lawsuit on behalf of a women's roller derby team, calling the order a harmful transphobic policy. Now, Nassau County is taking James and the state of New York to federal court, alleging in another lawsuit that the Attorney General is unconstitutionally discriminating against women and girls. This is not anti-trans. This is protecting women and girls, Blakeman said Monday at a news briefing alongside Olympic champion and trans activist Caitlyn Jenner, arguing that his order protects female athletes from bullying and ensures fairness and safety. Now, look, I got to be honest. I mean, lining up alongside Caitlyn Jenner, I just, whatever. Wasn't that Bruce? Anyways, Jenner, who described New York as a living hellscape, called out James' priorities. I think Jenner is an opportunist, but it doesn't matter. So the press conference was a joke, but the lawsuit is not, okay? The two lawsuits lay out arguments of both sides on the transport debate while asking the court to decide on a critical issue, the legally recognized point of gender identity, said David Gelman, a New Jersey-based attorney and former prosecutor. Nassau County's position is grounded in the reality that a person who is born as a male but who identifies as a female is still, in fact, a biological male, Gelman told Fox Digital News. If you accept that premise, then these transgender individuals are males who do not fall into a protected class and who are, in fact, infringing upon the rights of the protected class, the females. On the other hand, the courts could view trans women as falling within the federally defined protected class of women, he said. The NYCLU, in its verified position, essentially ignores biological reality, pretends that gender is essentially unknown at birth despite biological markers that speak to the contrary. Yeah, one has a penis, one does not. And simply defines these individuals as another type of female, transgender females in need of protection, he said. So, trans people who play sports need support and affirmation, not to be a political target. New York Civil Liberties Union attorney Gabriella Larios said in a statement, Nassau County's cynical attempts to shut them out of public spaces is a blatant violation of our state's civil and human rights laws. So that's what's going on in New York. But Letitia James finally, now she's going to have to go defend herself in court. And I don't know, the world's gone so wackadoo, folks. I don't know who wins this. But I just want her office busy doing other things other than persecuting Donald Trump. I want her playing defense like mad. I hope the citizens of New York, like the people of Nassau, go on offense more and more and more. So anyways, do me a quick favor, smash that like if you would, and go check out my sponsor, Midas Gold, Midas Gold Group. lumberjack.com or call them at 480-360-3000. You can also text lumberjack to 232-425, and you can receive free silver with a qualifying order. And I see Texas on the stream. Texas does not have these same issues, although there have been a lot of things going on in Texas as well that I could cover. Let's see. Blakeman, however, has maintained that his order is within state and federal law and said trans athletes can still participate in sports. Women and girls are a protected class under the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, he said earlier this month, and we will protect women from bullying by transgender males who want to compete against biological females. Failure to do so would be unfair to female athletes, he said. It is something that we believe is wrong, and we think that since there are other avenues for them to compete, there is no discrimination. That's exactly right. They don't need to take over female sports. They can go have their own sports leagues. All right? Anyways, again, please smash the like, and we'll see you on the next episode. Peace out.